Alright, here we go. We're using... I put it down to 55 to make it 110 for frame generation, 4K. And we're still on performance FSR3 because I think that looks as best, closer you can get to DLSS more than anything else as far as artifacts and jagged edges. But now I'm using the frame generation mod instead of the official implementation frame gen. We got lighting and shadows ray traced. But I noticed the frame gen mod seems to use more performance versus the official implementation. Oh my word. The other thing is if I change my sound volume, it turns off the mod. Which is crazy. But here's frame gen. I think it's more smooth when you have lower performance requirements. Like if I have overhead, I think it'd be smoother. But let's just run it for a few minutes, see what it looks like with it being done. It's definitely worse for performance.
All available units. Disturbance reported in city center. 521, roger that. We're en route. Suspect vehicle has been located. Details have been sent.
It's definitely smoother, definitely 100% smoother with the FSR3 frame gen mod with the FSR 3.1. It's definitely smooth. Oh my word, this is so much smoother. This is so much better than the official implementation. And I've tried it in the past, but oh my word, this is freaking beautiful. And even if you have all the ray tracing off and stuff, this game is still really good. I wonder if I could do native AA. Maybe. Yeah, we're only getting 101.
Game is more stressful than life itself.
Now, if I wasn't streaming, I might be able to hit 110 and keep it there for the most part. Streaming takes between 10 and 20 FPS. But yeah, this mod is so much better, so much smoother. I'm basically getting full immersion right now, almost motion sick. I love it. A graphics card? Yeah, a lot of these people can benefit from this frame gen. Intel Arc owners, second and third gen 2000, 3000 series GTXs, RTXs I mean. Everyone who doesn't have a 40 series graphics card benefits from FSR3 frame generation. And they should have put it in, but they're saying it's because they are NVIDIA only pretty much. The ultra textures look really good too. Mexico's best kept secret. Yeah, this game is pretty cool. They just need to add a good frame gen. And I understand the developers are like, well, we need to develop new games. It's 5 years. Like, look at the fence post and everything. That versus 2.1 on quality. Yeah, the fence is flickering. All the posts are flickering. The stairs are flickering. In motion, FSR 2.1 looks horrible. Like that fence up there is flickering right now. And you can even see the stairs all flickering and horrible. Now let's switch over to FSR 3.1 on quality. Boom. Lot better. But in motion, it's even better. But back here, you can't see that. The fence isn't flickering, and the stairs are not flickering from this distance, whereas FSR 2.1 it did flicker. I really like the look of this FSR3. But people can say, oh, the stairs flicker once. Yeah, but all the buildings don't. Like, the buildings look beautiful. Let's switch it to nighttime quick. See, even without ray traced lighting, the game looks really good. But see, the nice thing is you can use native AA through FSR3, but if you can just turn on frame generation and use anything you want up here, it makes it simpler. Instead of FSR3 where you have to use native AA if you want to do it. Because with native AA right here, we're getting 92, 93 FPS. But what I was doing earlier is just turning off upscaling and turning on frame generation at 4K. So now we're using TAA and we're up at 114 FPS. 112. See, it is a little stuttery when you're at the maximum. So I always try to drop it down. Let's put the 100, see what happens. But we're at native resolution with TAA, the game's default. And we set it to 50 FPS upscale to 100. Yeah, this feels good, it looks good, oh my word. See, I don't need DLSS. Ray tracing, Just to get the 120
Yeah,
FPS, I don't need to use
no.
DLSS
They're
or
reasonable.
upscaling or FSR3. I can just use this
Absolutely.
frame gen mod,
No,
keep
no.
TAA on, and just, it's perfect.
I mean,
It's literally
shit, He
perfect.
was in uniform.
Not a single artifact on the screen. And you can play the whole game like that. And I did many times, like this is how I played. Oh my word, it's smooth. This is incredible. And this is with the regular TAA. Yeah, TAA. And now we can turn on super resolution, native AA, and see what FPS we get. Before we had 100 steady. Now we don't even get 90. So see, I wish they had like a non-performance intensive mode. Like ultra quality maybe. Well, they do have it in a lot of games. But let's just do plain quality. So we just saw TAA, now let's do quality. Let's run back through this again. And we have a lot of headroom now. We're only using 80% of the GPU. But I still don't see a single artifact on the screen right here. And I'm very picky at picking them out. The one suitcase is a little bit blurry for a split second there, now it's fine. Yeah, this looks just like TAA. But now I have a whole bunch of extra performance. So instead of running it at 100 FPS, I can put the 118. So ramp it up an extra 18 FPS total. Almost 20, but I can't go over my monitors, my TV's refresh rate.
Damn!
Sorry, ma'am.
Easy level. Let me play it. You can
Yeah,
watch.
this feels good. It looks good too. But why'd they take them a freaking year, bro? That's ridiculous. They should have had this a year ago, when they promised
She's
it.
touching me!
Oh boy, stressful. But look how good the lighting looks in this game. Ray tracing's off. And we're running it at 118 FPS solid. Like this looks incredible. And see, I'd rather play like this. I'd rather play like this, 4K, or quality FSR3. It looks as good as DLSS. I mean, it literally does. There are very, very, very few artifacts. And I've been waiting for DLSS for so long, and this game is why, and oh my word, the city just looks gorgeous. But if you do the same exact thing with friggin' 2.1 quality mode, just, it flickers. And I see so many jagged edges and stuff. And I think they improved 2.1 a little bit, to be honest. But I see things flickering and stuff in motion. Like all the vent shades and stuff on there. Yeah, that light down there is flickering a little bit. But walking down here, those vent shades on that and those windows there aren't flickering. I mean, this is almost like this is as close to DLSS as I've seen from any upscaler, and I tested them all with OptiScaler. The 4K textures are definitely better. You can see the little imperfections. What about this brick? So I don't think that brick's 4K. Only certain textures are. But it's a 12 gig ultra pack, so it has a whole bunch. Thought it was a tiger claw enemy. So you have a scene like this, and you're like, wow, I want to add ray trace lighting. Well, you can. There we're in performance mode. Still looks pretty good. We don't have as much overhead. Ray traced shadows and lighting. Boom. There you go. Is it that much better? Is it really? I don't think so. It does look good. It looks a little more realistic. But is it worth the performance? When you could play even sharper, yeah, you can definitely tell the wall is cut off right there. But then you turn on ray trace lighting, and then boom, now the whole entire wall is lit up, and the shadow is different down at the bottom there. But yeah, I don't mind playing it like this. It's not enough artifacts to make me be disgusted like FSR 2.1 did. Also, when I'm running like this, I like to drop it down. I don't mind putting it at 50 and playing at 100. It's better to have a little bit lower of a frame rate than it is to have a high one and keep on bouncing off your maximum. Setting your FPS limit's really good for this because it gives you that room so you don't have stutters. Yeah, this looks and feels really good. Yeah, this is really nice. Really good. For sure. Yeah, I'm not seeing tons of artifacts and stuff. It looks great.
Organic food continues to be a major
Maybe a little bit stuttery with the ray tracing. Someone said there's a ray tracing stutter bug. So it just stuttered right there, so I want to turn ray tracing off and see if that's one of the problems. See if I go through the whole town without a single stutter. What in the world? Well, if that didn't cause stuttering, I don't know what will, huh? Yeah, there's not a single stutter at all. It is so super fluid. Wow. That's incredible. Alright, well, I know it's stutter free that way, so let me put on performance mode, see if there's any stutters. Oh man, this is incredible. Not a single stutter. So now let's just do ray trace shadows. Just with shadows, see what happens. You can see on top of the car it looks better. Just had a stutter. Just had another stutter. One more stutter. Yeah. Let's do lighting by itself. I like to do this to load everything up in. Yep, I'm having stuttering. So apparently they messed up ray tracing. So I've done all these testings, I've lived with the stutter, but now for actually playing the whole game through or finishing the entire game, I'd rather just keep it on quality or native or off. Just have it off with FrameGen mod on. Let me see if this stutters at all. Not a single stutter. Maybe a tiny bit here and there. But it's better than both ray trace settings for sure. And that might be the overhead, so let me put it on. Whoops. What happens if I do this? I don't know if... There it goes. There's my upscaler. And now this is FSR 3.1 in quality mode. But see, I see flickering all over everything. Yeah, it's more stable being still, but in motion it's flickery and looks bad. Also, the other thing to do is when you do turn on frame generation and change ray tracing settings. Here, let's just go all out. But now let's restart the game quick. Or reload the game. So we're at 85 FPS. See what happens when we reload. Cause I bet you I'm hitting video memory limits. Yeah, 23.1 gigs out of 24. So I'm using wow. Yeah, it's definitely stuttery and stuff. I've been getting used to it, but you shouldn't have to get used to it. Ray trace lighting and shadows. Yeah, is it ever stuttering? So I've been playing like this. Oh boy. It is a stuttery mess. Turn off the ray tracing. Yeah, it's ray tracing causing stutter, it seems. Oh my word, this is so much better. Well, screw it. Put it on quality. Quality frame gen. Ray tracing off.
Hey! Don't
I want to reset the game one more time. Ray tracing uses lots of memory as well. I was up to 23.5 gigabytes. 23.1. Alright, here we go. Let's get it. Whoops. So right now we're at 21 gigs of memory, 21,000 megabytes. And there's not a single stutter. So ray tracing causes stutter, so you want immersion, turn it off. Yeah, this is, oh boy. See, this is why I do testing. You never know until you test. Test, don't guess. This is so much smoother and better. I'll give you an outside view. And the lights are still looking good. But this is NVIDIA's dream game, you know. NVIDIA optimized and all this stuff. They probably put, you know, hundreds of hours into optimizing it for NVIDIA. Whereas for AMD, they probably did, you know, 2 hours. They threw it in 2 hours. Their FSR3 they added in for 2 hours and that was it. So now my question is, if I use FSR3 with the official frame generation, if there's less stutters. The problem with the official implementation is at the bottom of the screen it's really like stuttery and messed up. But in this implementation it's close to perfect as possible. Just a little tiny bit. Let's crank up the frame rate. I'd rather play 4K, high frame rate, no ray tracing, no stutters, than what I was doing. Now we're at 118 FPS. We still have graphics headroom as well. Let's take this for a rip. Boy, that purple lighting looks cool. Yeah, this is so much better of an experience, so smooth. In that whole time, it didn't stutter a single time. Yeah, it's butter smooth. Wow. This is so much better. I have to look up the ray tracing bug, see if they have a map mod for it on Nexus Mods. Yep, so using the DLSS mod with FSR3 quality is a very smooth premium experience. Really works good. Yeah, this is the best I've ever seen. And I've done probably 10 hours of testing with a whole bunch of videos. This is much better. Whoa, this thing's doing 173. This car is fast. I just bought it recently. And that whole time it did not stutter at all. Yeah, if only they implemented it this way instead of the way they did. Yep, so I think it's official. The stuttering's coming from either lighting or shadows can cause it. If I just do, let's do ray traced reflections only, see how that runs. Yeah, it's stuttering already. Yep, lots and lots of stutters. Yep. No ray tracing. I see that bug might have been there for years, and I wouldn't have known it. I wonder if it's a bug with frame generation though. I don't want to test it. I'd rather put it on quality and rip it. This thing is squirrely. I'm still getting used to how to drive this thing. I'm used to the Caliber and Mercsmobile. I'll do a quick drive in this one. This is my favorite one, but I got bored of it. I like the view outside the window. Right now we're using 20 gigabytes of VRAM. I'm gonna close the settings so we have a better view. But yeah, if you want a very smooth gameplay, I recommend the DLSS mod. See, now I want to go back and try the FSR3 mod to see if the problems was ray tracing. See, this car drives really, really good. Whoa! I haven't done that in a long time. But yeah, I'm not having any stutters. It is butter smooth. Feels absolutely great. Responsive. With this one, the emergency brake doesn't whip you sideways very good. Some, but not perfect. Oh, I know where I'm at. The Ferris wheel's up here. Yeah, I think I might have to do a whole new playthrough playing it like this. 120 almost FPS, 4K, FSR3 quality mode. Because I think since my last playthrough, I think I got a new TV. I went from a 32-inch to a 55-inch. 55-inch, a lot better than the 32. A TCL Q7.
There's a cop!
Oh wait, can I change the lighting in here? Crystal coat error. Yeah, it is butter smooth. I don't even want to play ray tracing anymore. Alright, I'm gonna go test out the FSR3 official mod. I want to see if that's messed up by ray tracing being turned on. So I want to set this, I want to go for now. I'm gonna do some more